Hello, besties. Hello, 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 hello. Guys, who is in the building? Mega, mega shout out, besties. Mega, 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 mega shout out. Who is here with me? Who is watching me in on Easter Sunday 2025? Who is watching me, besties? Guys, please hit the share button, hit the like button. Let our family members know we have started. Who missed me? I missed you all on this platform. And I'm back for good. Hello, everyone. Okay, we are coming up gradually. Yeah, you are welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Um, Debit Goa said, "Ma'am, please help me sponsorship visa jobs, any country. Please, ma'am, please. No worries. That's why we are here. Guys, you people are highly welcome. Mega shout out to all of you in the building. I'm sure you people will turn out to been away for some time on YouTube. I'm back. Guys, I am back with the energy. Yes, Mama P is back with plenty energy. If you are here today and you are happy to be here, you can't wait for the juice coming up from this life. Say hi in the comment section. Let me see your hands up. I miss you. I miss you all too. Happy Easter, everyone. Yes, we have Chukwuemeka with us today in the building. Yes, besties, we have a guest. We have a guest. Chukwuemeka Ikpa is with us today. I'm not alone. Imagine coming back after my long break with an amazing personnel in the building. Welcome, besties. Thank you guys for joining. Oh, Lydia. Lydia, welcome to our channel membership. On an Easter Sunday. Thank you, bestie. God bless you. God replenish your pockets. Thank you for slapping me with that membership. I appreciate. So, guys, I miss you all, trust me, but I'm coming back with energy, with anger. Today, I have an amazing personality in the building with us, Mr. Chukwuemeka. Guys, it's not a small something. I will give Chukwuemeka the floor to introduce himself. It is very important. It is very, very important. So we get to know him. We know who is in the building with us. Hi, Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, hi Ada. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. My name is Chukwuemeka Ikpa, and I am the CEO of Tenalytics. And for the last couple of years, close to a decade now, I've been playing in the tech industry as a technology consultant. I used to work as a data analyst. I've worked as a business analyst. I've also worked as a governance risk and compliance officer. And they all have something to do with cyber security. So for the last 10 years, I've worked as a data analyst, as a business analyst, and also as a cybersecurity professional. But right now, I am the CEO of Tenalytics, where we help people, individuals, and also corporate bodies to be able to train their employees and also have that individual skill that they need to land jobs. Whether you're in UK, US, Canada, or even Africa, you can always be able to leverage all the skills that we can give you to land any jobs that you are looking for. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Ada Kings.
Yes, yes, I understand. So, guys, yeah, Mr. Chukwuemeka is talking about getting a visa sponsorship job to the UK, Canada, USA, even if you're already here or even if you're in Africa and he's here today, he will be sharing his screen. He will be educating us, guys. Like he's here to answer your questions, how you want to navigate into the tech economy. Hopefully, you get technical, right? So a lot of people are now looking for alternatives, other pathways that will enable them to, get a better paying job and can be able to also work remotely. You can be in Nigeria, you'll be working for a company in the US, right? Right, Chukwuemeka? You can be
Yes, yes, of
anywhere and you
course.
can get anywhere in the tech system. So he's here today. He will answer all your questions if you have them. He will share his screen. He will give us a knowledge into life that will make that informed decision, understanding better and all that. So, Chukwuemeka,
Oh,
I know you have been into and Analytics is a very reputable company, right? We are not hearing it for the first time, even on this platform, right? So, what are some success stories I let people know, so therefore, before, did they succeed? What is the story like?
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ada. So, success story that we had is something that most of people that join our community always use or listen to before they get to say, okay, this is where we want to be in. So, like I always tell everyone, we have 88% success rate, which means people that get to come into our organization, they have that 88% chance of either landing something in the tech ecosystem or even in their present sectors. Because one key thing that the tech industry gives is that with the skill you are able to get, it doesn't mean that you have to leave your immediate sector of the economy and move to the tech industry. Okay, with those skills that you get, you can always be able to practice it in your present industry. So I always use myself as an example. When I started this whole tech, shift and all these things, I was in the banking sector, all right, but I did not leave the banking sector to join the tech ecosystem. So right there in the banking industry, that's where I have to now start leveraging all the tech skills that I've been able to get. So we have a lot of success stories, which in the course of this discussion, you get to see people that have been able to move from being a care worker, a health care, personnel, or someone that is moving from warehouse job, or people moving from even being a pharmacist or being a teacher into the tech industry. So what I want all of us to have this evening is to have that open mindset that it is possible. Then allow me to walk you through how you can also be able to utilize those possibilities and make it happen in your own life. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Ada Kings.
Yes, we understand. Thank you so much, Chukwuemeka. We can't wait to have it all. We can't wait to have it all. So what you are telling us today is that we don't need to, have a background in tech. Anybody, any of us, even me that is a care worker, I can boom enter the tech ecosystem, right?
100%, Ada, 100%.
So that's it then. So we can't wait to presentation. Bring it on. Let's hear it all. Guys,
All right,
please.
thank you for that.
Do not forget to
My
like this
screen is
video. Do
coming
not
up
forget
right
to
now.
share this video. And while he's doing the presentation, jot down your questions if you have questions for him so that he will put us through. Going to be an interactive section, I promise you. So, Mr. Chukwuemeka, are you ready? We are also
Yes,
ready for
I
it.
am ready. My screen should be coming up in the next few seconds right now. Please confirm
Okay.
when you can see my screen, please. Confirm if you can see my screen right now.
I will add the screen to the stage. Yes. I can see your screen. It's on the
All
stage now.
right. All right.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you
can see it.
so much. All right. So I have a couple of things that I would love us to talk about, but basically it's around how you can also be able to land high paying work from home jobs. Okay. Whether you are in UK, US, Canada. Okay. And of course, rest of the world. So when we use UK, US, and Canada, don't feel like, oh, if you are in Scotland, if you are in Germany, if you are in the rest of the world, that you are left out. Okay. It is not like that. It's just for us to be able to use those three countries as points of reference with respect to everything that we are going to be discussing this evening. Okay, like I've already mentioned, we are 10 Analytics and we are the leading educational technology company that is helping people to move from the career path that they are currently in into the tech ecosystem. All right, and for the last 5 years, we've helped close to 3,000 individuals move from the current jobs that they are doing in UK, US, Canada, Africa, or even Asia into the tech sector. And we have 8 basic career paths which we concentrate in helping people get into the tech sector through. And that is data analytics, business analysis, data engineering, data science, financial analytics, agile project management, HR analytics, and of course, cyber security, and soon to come, AI engineering. And how we do this is very simple because what recruiters are looking out for on day-to-day basics is they want skill and experience. Okay, so there's always this myth around, oh, if I'm in UK, if I move from Nigeria to UK or from Ghana to US, can I actually learn something that I'll be able to do? Or do I need the country-based experience before I can land jobs? So I'm here to tell you that it is possible for you to land all those jobs. All right, it is highly possible. The only thing that you need is an experience and not entirely that country-based experience. So how we do this is by bringing experts that is already working in the sector, people working in KPMG, Deloitte, McKinsey, name them. They come back into the classroom and help those students learn using the experiences that they have on the job. So you imagine both the theoretical understanding and your own and the experience that they bring from the field to help you learn. So this is the easiest way for you to get experience while still looking for a job. Because I can agree with me that these days what recruiters are looking for is, oh, I want someone that is already having lots of experience, even though the person is just new. So how do you get experience without having experience? It is by learning using all those project-based model. And like I've already said, my name is Chukwuemeka for people that are just joining us. And for the last close to 10 years now, I've been in the tech industry, serving as a dynamic tech consultant. I've worked in banking sector as a governance risk and compliance officer. I've worked in the fintech industry as head of control. I've also worked as a data analyst also there in the fintech industry, and also as a business growth consultant in hospitality sector. So my experience spans across the financial service sector, capital market, hospitality, and presently I am now in the educational technology space to help individuals to move from their current jobs into the tech ecosystem. And right now, as the CEO of Tenalytics, I've helped personally close to 1,300 individuals to land jobs in this sector. So I'm here to tell you that it is possible for you to also be amongst these individuals. So there is one basic thing that we are going to be handling today, and also it's about talking to you about the in-demand career path that will land you a job in this 2025, and how you can get started, starting from the main cohorts that we have coming up. Then what are employers entirely looking at? And of course, the success stories of people that have been able to move and have the same experience that you are about to have. And for everyone in Ada King's community, we'll have a special discount for you by virtue of being a member of this community. I can see Ada clapping already, and this is to show you how happy we are to be on this platform to help more people. So I have one exact promise to you, but I'm done in the next 30-45 minutes, is that you are going to understand the most in-demand career path and the exact steps that you can take to position yourself to land all those jobs. Okay, so like I said earlier, there's always this myth around, can I land job after moving newly to US? Can I be able to land a job after moving newly to UK? Is this something that I can do even though I'm still in Nigeria or Ghana? Can I be there and be able to land jobs? I'm here to tell you that it's highly possible. And that is because we've helped individuals to also make this same move. All right, so first thing I want us to understand is that recruiters actually need you. Okay, if you can see my screen clearly, can clearly see where it said that 70% of people, the reason why they struggle to land jobs abroad is because of the lack of the right skill. It's not that the job is not there. Okay, so data-wise, as of 2018, in UK alone, there is 19% skill shortage for 2018. But as we climb to 2023, this talent shortage also increased to 80% as well, just having a difference of around 61%. And this is to show you that the jobs are there. But one of the reasons why we struggle to land all these jobs abroad is because there are few individuals that actually apply to these jobs. Okay, I was doing a survey, it should be last month. It made mention of, if you're looking to land one job interview in a month, you need to apply to 27 jobs in a day. All right, so in a week, rather, you need to apply to 27 jobs in a week. Now, if you multiply 27 jobs by 4, that's roughly 108 job applications that you need to make for you to land one job interview in a month. So this is not just me making up numbers, it's what data is saying. All right, so all these jobs that are even available, there are few or no applicants for those available jobs. And it boils down to one thing, because the right applicants do not have the right skills and experience for those jobs. Okay, for instance, like I said earlier, I studied civil engineering first degree. All right, but for me to land a job as a governance risk and compliance person in the banking sector, I needed to get the right skills and experience to land all those cybersecurity roles. Okay, my founder studied, I think, economics. That's Adeza Suleiman. He studied economics, and for him to break into the tech sector, he needed to get the skill and right experience to be there. Same thing with my co-founder, Ifemena Iko. He studied industrial chemistry, and for him to break into the tech industry as well, he needed to get the skills and the experience. So the jobs are there, but the only challenge that we have most time is that we lack the right skills and the experience for us to be able to get those jobs. Okay, and if you are looking to land all of them, first thing that you need to be able to decide to do is that today, sorry, Ada, can you still hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. We are
Okay,
hearing you.
all right, thank you so
Besties, if
much.
you
All right,
can
so
hear him, say loud and clear in the comment section. Besties, if you can hear him, say loud and clear in the comment section so we can know we are together. Please don't forget to
okay,
like this video, share this video between us. You can hear him, say loud and clear. I'm hearing you very well, and your screen is here on my own screen.
all right, all right, thank you so much for that. Okay, so
Yes,
like
they
I
are
was
hearing you. They
saying,
are typing loud and clear. They are hearing you. They are
okay,
typing
I
loud
can
and
see
clear.
it now. I can see it. I can
All
see it
right.
now. Thank you so much for those comments. All right. So, like I was saying, if you are looking to land all those available jobs, first thing that you need to do is for you to be able to get the skills and the experience needed for it alone. So, let's look at the country specific um, demand in those areas. For UK alone, so if you can see my screen right now, these are the top 10
Can you
organizations.
increase your screen, sir? Can you increase your
Okay.
screen? It's tiny.
Okay, okay. I think it's bigger now. All right, it's better now.
Of course.
So
Yeah, better
in the
now. Yes,
UK
please.
alone, these are the top 10 jobs that anybody can easily be able to look forward to applying to. And that starts with data analytics, that's you being a data analyst, head of data, data manager, CTO, data protection officer, chief information officer, data scientist, data technician, chief data officer, or data engineer. So this is to show you that there is possibilities for you to land job as a data professional in UK alone. So if you are looking to land jobs, because according to what UK data also mentioned, there are potentially close to 178,000 to 234,000 roles to be filled year on year. Okay, but the people to fill all these vacancies, they are not available. And do you know what happens most time is that even this data analyst job that is available now, people are going to apply to it, but those people applying to those jobs, they lack the right skill and experience that will even enable them land all those jobs. So first thing is, if you are looking to be able to penetrate and be amongst people that have all those jobs, you need to decide to get the skill first. So in US as well, these are also the top 10 jobs there: data engineer, software developer, systems engineer, system admin officer, agile project manager, cybersecurity, data scientist, and so on and so forth. Okay. But one major thing that I always also walk individuals through is these jobs are there. But for you to land them, do you understand what it takes? And out of these 10 available jobs out here as well, there are ones that you can easily be able to get into, which means you have that possibility of what we call ease of transitioning. For courses like Agile project management, data engineer, senior software engineer, cloud engineer, data scientist, and so on and so forth, they give you that ease of transitioning. Okay, so when looking for jobs as well, you should concentrate on the ones that you can get the skill within a space of 3 to 6 months. Okay, within a space of 3 to 6 months, you'll get the skill and you can easily be able to transition. All right, and for the Canadian market as well, you have these top 10 jobs available here as well: project management, business analyst, Java developer, software developer, solutions architect, data analyst, data engineer, DevOps engineer, networks engineer, and data scientist. They are also available for you out there. But which ones can you easily be able to transition into? Okay, which one can you easily be able to transition into? Those are the ones that I've been able to highlight with a yellow background. So you can see courses like project management, business analyst, data engineer, network engineer, data scientist. These are courses that you can easily be able to get into because they give you what we call ease of transitioning, ease of learning, and of course, high rewarding salary. So don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. So what we always do every year is to look at the different job boards out there: LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, Total Jobs, CV Library, to scrape the different
Mm.
jobs that were posted throughout the year. And we analyze them using three basic metrics. Okay, we analyze them using 3 basic metrics. Number 1 being ease of learning. Which of those jobs can you easily learn? Right? Ease of transitioning. Which one can you easily be able to move from your immediate environment into? And of course, number 3, which is what all of us are always keen for, which is high rewarding salary. Which is high rewarding salary. So you
Very
make sure that
important.
all those courses have met all these criteria. For instance, when we talk about ease of learning, you are a teacher as at today. So, just an example, you are a teacher, and part of the things that you've been able to do in your teaching career is to interact with students. All right, you interacted with students, you interacted with parents, and you interacted with the management as well. Now, clearly, from looking at these things, you've performed what we call stakeholder analysis. Stakeholder analysis. So after being able to perform this activity called stakeholder analysis, which tech career path has stakeholder analysis fully embedded inside it? It is clearly business analysis. All right, it is clearly business analysis. So if this teacher is looking to transition to the tech ecosystem right now, the easiest career path to transition through is through business analysis, because it gives you that ease of learning, because you are practicing sort of things that you've been able to do even while being a teacher. All right, it's giving you ease of learning, ease of transitioning, and of course, high rewarding salary. So after doing all this, we're able to come up with all these 8 different career paths, like I've said before: business analysis, agile project management, data analytics, data science, data engineering, cyber security, financial analytics, and of course, HR analytics. So all these 8 career paths will give you what you are looking for. So like I always call you guys besties. I hope you guys are able to, catch those 8 particular courses or programs that you need to be able to leverage to be able to get into the tech industry. All right. Now, it doesn't mean that other courses are not relevant. It doesn't mean that they are not important. For instance, let's try to validate all these things that I've said. So what we do every year is also to look at the World Economic Forum reports. And if you go through the World Economic Forum reports, you're going to see the future of jobs and where the world is tilting towards. What is said is that by 2030, 170 new million jobs are going to be created. 92 million jobs are going to disappear. So all this one in this red column represents jobs that will disappear. The one in this blue side represents jobs that are going to be stable, while the one in this green side represents jobs that are going to be created or improve. Now, when you look at all these things, from it, we're able to see the fastest growing jobs as at today across the globe. Okay, and this is not my own report. It is from a report which you call the World Economic Forum report. So each year, world leaders always come together to talk about some certain topics, and they meet to bring out reports like this. So there's a segment called Future of Jobs Forum there. Okay, so under it, you're going to see all these reports there. And I think after this, we're also going to be able to give you this slide. When you get the slide, please feel free to click on the links so you can also be able to look deeper into the reports. So the fastest growing job that we notice as of today is the big data specialist, and this boils down to data engineers. Okay, and also you can see data warehouse specialist, which also validates what we said at that. Data engineers are among the jobs that you should be looking to get into. All right, you can also see your AI and machine learning specialist. All right, and that validates data analytics and also data science. Then you can see your information security analyst, security web management specialist, internet of things specialist, which validates that cyber security is a career path that is also fast growing. Now let's look at this bigger picture. All right, you can see business analysis also embedded here. All these jobs on this left hand side represent jobs that are going to grow in the nearest future, while the ones on this right hand side represent jobs that are going to decline. All right, so what you want to do is to make sure that you are within this left hand side of jobs that are going to grow. Okay, so remember I made mention of you learning the courses that will give you ease of learning, ease of transitioning, and also high rewarding salary. If you look here in between these guys here that we are not currently offering, you're going to see programs like DevOps engineer, renewable energy engineers, robotics engineers. They are amazing career paths. But why exactly are we not offering it to people to get the skills? So if you're looking to be a robotics engineer or a DevOps engineer, you're not looking at anything less than 18 months for you to be able to get the skill and transition. And you will agree with me that 18 months is a lot of months for you to actually get what you're looking for. So all those courses, 8 courses that we offer, gives you the possibility to be able to move within a space of 3 to 6 months and be in the tech ecosystem. All right. If you look at the fastest declining jobs, one thing all of them have in common is also that we have both all of them being clerks and all those data entry people. Okay, you want to also make sure that you move away from this side of jobs. Okay, you want to make sure that you move away from it and move towards the left hand side, which gives you that data validations added to these programs that is going to help you. I hope we are still following me to this very moment. Okay, so
Yes, we are.
after
We are here.
all right, thank you so much, Ada. So after this, we're also going to embed the link to this slide in the page for people to be able to download it and easily click to look at the entire report and be able to assimilate every single thing there easily. But let's move on a little bit faster. Now, I know many of you will be thinking, okay, if I'm going to be a data analyst, does it mean that I'm only going to apply to jobs that's in the data analytics space? Now, the answer is no. As a data analyst, you have the opportunity to apply to several jobs that you can get into. Things like your business intelligence analyst, things like your marketing analyst, sales analyst, logistics analyst, supply chain, and so much more. So far as you have the skills that is needed already, you can easily be able to get into this. Okay, same thing. Okay, let me give an example using the HR. When we started our career as at 2016, 2015, as at then it was called HR. Then as things started
Chukwuemeka, they
growing, we
say
started hearing
you
things like
can zoom the link.
HRBP. From HRBP, we
Chukwuemeka,
transitioned to human capital. From human capital, we transitioned to people and culture, and so many terminologies of different varieties of HR. I think the one I saw last month was saying chief of staff, and when I look through the job description, it's entirely HR professional that they are looking for. So when you are also looking for a job, make sure you look at the job description and not just the job title. Because what HRs are doing today is that they've changed so many names that we used to know to a modern terminology. So you need to make sure that you look for a job with the skill that you have and also look at the job descriptions for you to be able to understand whether it is a skill that you can offer the organizations. And one important thing that all these tech career paths have in common is they can give you everything that you're looking for financial wise. Okay, I know many of us who might be looking for a job that will give us certificate of sponsorship. That is very, very common. All right.
please
Okay, Ada,
zoom
please
the
go ahead.
screen. They say you should zoom the screen. They say you should zoom the
Okay,
screen. They can't see well. Please,
okay,
so they
all
will see
right.
what
Sorry
is on the
about that.
screen.
All right. Okay, so like I was
Thank you.
saying, one thing that all the courses have in common is they are going to give you a job that will meet the minimum requirements for you to get a certificate of sponsorship. Right? I think the minimum right now should be around 38,700 pounds, which means the job has to at least give you 38,700 pounds for you to be sponsored. And you can clearly see that all these career paths, the minimum here should be around HR analytics, which is 39,500, which means they all can give you what you are looking for. Okay. And if you are looking at it financial wise, what can give you the highest income by virtue of the average incomes that we have here is cybersecurity and data engineering. Okay. But what I always tell people is don't look at it from the money side, please. I know we are all always, tilting towards money, but don't look at it from the money side. So I have a question for all of us on this call. Let's assume that we have this cybersecurity or data engineer that's supposed to earn 65, 800 pounds, right, per annum. And this data engineer is working in something like a school. And we have a data analyst that's supposed to earn 40,000 per annum. And this data analyst is working for oil and gas. Who do you think is going to earn more on a long run? All right. So the answer
Oil and
is
gas,
the
huh?
exactly the oil and gas person. So it is also important
Mm-hmm.
for you to understand it from the sector of the economy that you get to find yourself. All right. And what all these tech career paths have in common is that they can all work in all sectors of the economy. As a data analyst today, I can work in oil and gas, I can work in hospitality, I can work in financial markets, I can work in construction, can be on all those sectors. And this is one thing I want all of us to understand. When looking for a career path to transition through, first thing you need to be keen on is which one do I have transferable skills through? Which one do I have transferable skills through? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain all these 8 career paths for us to be able to now choose the one that tilts towards what we have as our own strengths. Okay, and these are the same ways that we've been able to help individuals before now. You can see someone like Ikmat. Ikmat, when she came to us, she was she positioned herself to be a full-time stay-at-home mom because she's been at home for close to 6 months without doing anything, just taking care of the children, close to 6 years rather. And when we looked at her own background, we were able to identify career paths that suits her. And why I love Ikmat's story specifically is that Ikmat got a job 1 month after joining our own program, right? But she was not able to take it up because she was still a student then, and there was limited working hours that she can use to work. So she didn't take the job till she finished her program. She started applying again. Now, when she started, she struggled for 2 months before she was able to land a job. And this is to tell you that it's not something that is going to be easy. Okay, the no's are going to come. Definitely, they are going to come. It's not your own willpower to decide that you want to continuously keep pushing to get
Keep
to the
pushing.
finish line.
Continuity.
Exactly,
Keep
to keep
pushing.
pushing to get to the finish line. That is what's going to help you to
Consistency.
land all the
That's the
jobs.
key word.
Exactly. Ramat is the same thing. She transitioned from being a customer success rep in UK to becoming a business architect with NHS full visa sponsorship. Same thing with Tony. Tony transitioned from being a pharmacist to becoming a data analyst as well with NHS also. So we have Hope. Hope's story is a little bit different because Hope is already a certified project manager, all right, but she lacked the skill that recruiters are looking for. So even though that she's already certified, PMP, PSM certified, but she didn't know how to use Jira. She didn't know how to use the business tools that a Scrum Master should be able to use. So she had to also join the program and get the experience that will enable her to land all those skills, all those jobs rather. Same thing that we have with all these individuals here. So this is just to tell you that it is possible for you, no matter where you are coming from. It is highly possible for you to get into this space. I always use myself as an example. I studied civil engineering, but today I'm the CEO of a tech company. My founder, my co-founder, they all studied industrial chemistry and economics, but today they're founders of tech companies. So your own story can also be the same. But first, you have to apply this strategy that I'm about to talk to you about. First thing is for you to identify your own desired tech career path. Okay. Sorry, Ada, can you still see my screen? Because I can't see it on my second device.
Yes, we are seeing your screen. Yes, here. I'm
All
looking
right.
at it on my second yeah.
All right. Thank you for that. So first thing first is you need to be able to identify
Can you
your own.
increase the screen? It's too tiny, and that's what they are complaining.
Oh, wow.
If
Okay.
possible.
All right. I've increased it again. So first thing that you need to do if you're looking to break into the tech industry is for you to identify your own desired tech career. Now, the challenge that most people have is that when they are trying to transition, they get themselves boiled in so many things. All right, today you are learning Excel, tomorrow you are learning Python, next tomorrow you are learning SQL. There is no pattern. All right, that I can be able to perform as a data analyst, business analyst, cybersecurity professional is not something I got within 1, 2, 3 months. It's a journey of close to a decade. That's how I'm able to get all those skills. But the easiest way for you is to choose a particular career path and learn it till you have everything on your fingertips. Then after it, you now move to the next stage, which is learn the skills that is applicable to that career path. All right, so you've identified the career path. Next thing that you need to do is to learn. And what we do here at Analytics is we have 2 basic approach that we use to teach individuals. One is live instructor-led classes. So the same way you have me in this session right now talking to you, that's how you have someone in a live classroom teaching you how you can also be able to utilize all those tools. Then we'll have the other approach, which is also around self-paced learning, all right, where you're also provided with already made watch me do it videos that you are going to watch and then replicate what your facilitator has been able to do. So once you are able to learn using the live approach and also the self-paced model, you can easily be able to get this skill. Right? I have a question for all of us. So let's assume that today you have a car and your car spoils. So this is to lead me to the number 3 step that you are expected to take. Your car spoils today, and the first person is telling you, oh, I'm a first class graduate from Harvard University. Bring your car, let me repair for you. Another person is saying, oh, I'm just a mechanic. This is my mechanic workshop. I've repaired Volkswagen. I've repaired Benz. I've repaired Toyota. I've repaired Aston Martin. Bring your car, let me repair it for you. Whom are you going to give your car to? The person with first
The
class graduate from
mechanic,
Harvard University, or the okay,
the
I said the
mechanic,
mechanic.
my brother. The mechanic,
That's what
my brother.
So let me see what others also think. So who exactly are you going to give your
Guys, can
car
you
to?
comment, please? Drop your comments in the comment
Just
section.
drop
Who
a
are
comment in the
you
comment section
employing to
so
do
that
your car?
the person, the first class graduate from Harvard University, or the mechanic that we know that is telling you, oh, this is my mechanic workshop. I've done Aston Martin, Benz, Toyota, Volkswagen, bring your car. Okay, Choma said the mechanic guy.
You can see
Yeah, I
the
can see.
comments.
Choma said the mechanic guy. Fantastic. Okay, that gives me the go ahead to be sure that people are still following what you are discussing. Now,
Yes, besties, drop your comments. Let's see.
okay, I can see other.
Okay, more comments are
Yeah, I
coming.
can see them dropping from Ruth, the mechanical. Fantastic.
We'll not be short. Guys, please, are you liking this video? Besties, smash that like button, please. Hit the like
Fantastic.
button. You people are not liking the video. Okay, we're having more comments.
Yeah, I can
Beatrice.
see people dropping. Okay, I can see someone mentioning Mex. Okay, of course, the mechanic guy. Now, fantastic. Now, why exactly are we still pursuing this guy instead of this guy? All right, why are we still pursuing this guy instead of this guy? Now, this is not to tell you that certificate is not important. Certificate is very, very important. Okay, it's very okay. But I want you to know that certificate is a validation of a knowledge that you already have. All right, certificate is a validation of a knowledge that you already have. So if you're looking to get into the tech industry and first thing that you're looking out for is to start pursuing certificates, you are going it the wrong way. Okay, the first thing that you need to do is to pursue it from the skill and the experience perspective. Okay, the skill and the experience perspective, because these are the only two things that recruiters look out for. These are the things that on day-to-day basis, if I want to hire today, of course, even though the person may not be an expert advanced already, but you must have the skill. So I have also a very dicey question for us. My friend mentioned something to me that most people that are looking to break into the tech industry, they're always saying, oh, I'm a tech enthusiast, I'm a data enthusiast. If you go to a hospital today and the doctor is telling you, oh, I'm a medical enthusiast, are you going to allow that doctor to touch you? Or that the nurse is telling you, oh, I'm just a nursing enthusiast, are you going to allow the nurse to touch you? The answer is no. So that's the same way in the tech space when you're also presenting yourself. There's no need saying, oh, I'm just a tech enthusiast, I'm just a data analytics enthusiast. Mention that you are a data analyst, right? Because if I go to a hospital and the doctor is saying, oh, I'm a medical enthusiast, I'm going to, take my shoes and run. But if the doctor is saying, oh, I'm a medical doctor, I will have full assurance that, okay, this person has what it takes to be able to treat me. So how can you get the skills and the experience to be able to do all these things? That is where number 3 come in, which is gaining project-based experience. So quickly, let me take us to a portfolio of a past student to show you how you can be able to build your own experience as well. So on my screen right now, you can see a portfolio of a past student coming up, all right? Victoria Uchemado, all right? So when she was with us, she worked on a project on deep care hospital ER visit analysis. She also worked on Redux airline flight analysis, Express Tech food delivery, Nestle product analysis, and also Zenith Electronics. Then all these 5 different projects are in 5 different sectors of the economy. So what this simply means is that she has worked in the health sector, she has worked in aviation sector, she has worked in express tech food what's it called, FMCG rather. She has worked in supply chain, and she has worked in the tech ecosystem. Okay, so let me just click on one of them, which is the health sector. So once you click on any of the projects, it's going to bring up what this individual actually did. And she can speak from a place of experience. Oh, while I was consulting with Analytics, I worked on a project that involved me to analyze the hospital ER visits of DCH Deep Care. And from it, I was able to see that they had close to 10,000 patients that visited the hospital. And the challenge that they had was average waiting time of 35 minutes. Now, as a data analyst, my pain point was, how do I reduce this average waiting time? Okay, so I started working on it by quarter. In Q1 alone, I noticed that what we had as at then was 1,450 patients with average waiting time of 36 minutes, 27 seconds. I was able to identify this, I did that, and so on and so forth, which led to us to have in Q2 close to 3,000 patients because I've already improved the average waiting time. Okay, the average waiting time has now improved from being 36 minutes to 35 minutes. So because of this, we were able to increase our turnover quarter by quarter. And by that increment in turnover, it improved our revenue. All right. So when you speak like this to recruiters, there is no how they're not going to understand that you know what you are speaking about. They will know that, okay, this person actually have done something that relates to data before. They've been able to speak to a certain degree on a project that they worked on. So this is how you can also be able to show your own workshop. So the same way the mechanic guy is showing, oh, this is my mechanic workshop. I've done Aston Martin, Volkswagen, Toyota, and so on and so forth. That's how your own portfolio is your own workshop that you can show as evidence of things that you have been able to also do in the past. So number 3 is for you to gain the project-based experience. Then number 4, which I will still speak extensively on, which is employability skill. I'll still speak on this extensively, but then for now, it's important for you to also have networking and mentorship. So I was speaking in a session yesterday. We're close to 300 in that session, and I realized that in that session alone, I had people joining from US, I had people joining from UK, people joining from Saudi Arabia, from Nigeria, from Ghana, so many countries. And that is the power of communities like this. We've had instances where one student moved into a company and then she was asked if she can recommend another individual. And she was able to bring in a co-student that they were in the same cohort with. So that is how networking works. And then mentorship helps you to also know, oh, I had this challenge while I was trying to transition. Don't do this, don't do that, so you don't end up with the same challenge that I had. And once you're able to apply all these 6 steps, you can easily get to this last stage, which is you have gotten
You
the
have gotten the
job.
job.
So besties is not an easy movement to. So forget all this now I'm saying. It's not an easy.
It's not an
It's
easy
not an easy.
movement.
It's not an easy movement. But once you are able to apply the 6 step, first, which is you identifying a particular tech sector that you want to be in. Then number 2, which is around you learning the skill. Then 3, which is gaining the project-based experience. Then 4, the employability skill. 5, networking. 6, mentorship. You are definitely going to get to that last stage. Okay, like I said, all these things always seem impossible until it is done. All right, when we speak like this, it always sounds, this guy's math is just sweet math, just ignore him. It always seems impossible until it is done, which is why we have the people that have been able to go through it. All right, when you get this slide, you can click to hear what they had to say. You can look for them on LinkedIn and directly contact them to ask them how their own experience was when they were training with us. So we don't hide our students. So far as they give us the go ahead because of data protection, oh, I allow you to use my picture and my data, of course we use them. But some of them will say, oh no, please, my recruiter will not allow me to be online and those kind of things, and we don't use them. But just know that we have a lot of people, and in this slide, there are a lot of success stories as well. Abigail's story is also amazing to me because she used to be a care worker in Canada. But recently, as of last year, she was a business analyst, but this year, she's been promoted to a manager in the government of Alberta, working as a business analyst. And this is a growth that happened from being in the health sector, care work, and now she's a manager as a business analyst. So your own story can also take this turn. But first thing that you need to do is to learn the skills. All right. First thing that you need to do is to learn the skills. So quickly, in the next 15 minutes, let me walk us through the skills that we need for us to be able to perform actively in this space. All right. So like I mentioned earlier, we have access to all these remote and sponsored jobs. What we specifically do is we have subscription to these UK visa jobs. Okay, so it's a paid platform. And week on week, we scrape that platform and send those jobs to our people, our students as well, for them to apply to those jobs. So you can clearly see that we are going to teach you the technical skills, give you the employability skill, even scrape jobs, and give you the job links to apply to. But remember, the responsibility of applying to these jobs rests solely on you. And this is where most people actually fall off. Because the truth is, applying to a job is a job on its own. Right? And if you don't bring out that time to say, I want to apply to these jobs, you're not going to be among the successful people. Okay, so quickly, as a business analyst, who exactly are you? Right? So these are people that come into organizations to improve the existing processes and make it better. They're coming there to optimize the already existing processes. All right, so an example is as at 2012, 2013, if you walk into a Nigerian bank, you're going to see a large queue. Okay, from the man trap door, there's already a queue there. And that's because when you get into the banking hall, you queue up, get to the teller point, pick a form, go to one side, fill it. There are so many steps that you have to do for you to even perform an activity. Business analysts look at those things
Please,
and
can
say,
you
how do
increase
we
the
remove it?
screen there? Can you increase the screen?
Okay,
The
all
screen.
right. Business analysts looked at this. All right, I'm trying to do it right now, Ada. Okay, I don't know why people cannot see. Maybe everybody, Ada, you're wearing glass. Can you see my screen?
I've seen it, but it's in it.
All right, suppose, okay, for
Guys,
some
please,
weird
I
reason.
pinned a link. I pinned a link in the comment section. Please, that's the WhatsApp group. It is free to join. All right. We have free sections too in the WhatsApp group where you get to understand all these things and make up your mind if this is what you want to go for. So I will encourage you to click on the link that I have pinned in the comment section. If you go to the description box too, the link is there. It is a free group. You can join us on WhatsApp. We'll meet other people that are also in the WhatsApp group. Plenty of us are there. We have free sections every Saturday, right?
Yes, yes,
Chukwuemeka?
we do.
Every Saturday we have free sections. So you can always join and then at the end of the day, you think this is a career you want to go deep into. I keep telling you people this all the time. Get another skill, have something to fall onto. All right, anything can happen anytime. But education, a skill that you get today will save you on the long run. Trust me, it will save you on the long run. Right? No knowledge is a waste. No knowledge is a waste. Jump on it now. The tech ecosystem is something you will never regret doing. Trust me. All right. So join our WhatsApp group. I've pinned the link. It's also in the description box. Join us and you'll not regret it. All right, boss.
All right,
Go ahead.
all right. Thank you so much for that,
Sorry to
Ada.
interrupt.
No, that's very important. I'm always carried away when I talk about tech, so it's important what you also say.
Uh,
All right, so like I was mentioning, as a business analyst, your core role is to improve processes and make it better. And one important skill that you need to have is to understand Excel, Power BI, and SQL. All right. So before now, business analysts don't have any need with knowing how to use Excel, Power BI, and SQL. But because we've also seen that what recruiters are looking for now is they are looking for business analysts with data understanding. So that is why we have to embed these data tools into what a business analyst have to learn. So you learn Excel, Power BI, and SQL for you to be able to understand data. Then process mapping is also very, very crucial for you because remember you are there to improve processes. But for you to improve a process, you need to first of all learn how do you map it out. Okay? How do you map out all those processes step by step? And that is where you understanding how to utilize Lucid charts and draw.io comes in. Okay, so process mapping allows you to understand Lucid charts and draw.io as well. Then you have your project initiation planning and agile projects, agile and scrum for projects. Now, when you've identified processes that need to be improved, you need to apply this project initiation planning to improve them. So clearly, you can see that as a business analyst, you have understanding of data analytics, you have understanding of project management. This is project management. And then this is your core business analysis that you need to take. Starting with your software development life cycle, requirements, fundamentals, how to elicit information from people, and then also carry out stakeholder analysis and engagement. So if you are someone that have been in the sectors where you interacted with people, you've been an internal auditor, you've been a quality assurance, customer service, admin officer, teacher, lawyers. So business analyst can be a career path that you can easily transition through. Okay, so but very important for you to note, you need to know how to speak, because as a business analyst, you are constantly going to be speaking to people. So if you are someone that you don't like interacting with your colleagues, you should run away from this business analysis, because you are constantly going to be talking to your colleagues. All right, so the learning timeline for all this is all our classes are just on Saturdays alone. So in the morning, we'll have a class 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. In the evening, we also have a class 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. West African time. So if you are joining us from the UK, Europe, or Africa, the morning class will be stable for you. But if you're joining from North America, the evening class will be stable for you. Okay, so the way it's structured is that this Saturday, you're having a live class. Next Saturday, you're having a self-paced video to watch. Then the program lasts for 8 months. But for 6 months, that's when you have your a massive classroom learning rather. Then for 2 months, you have your internship experience with a different company. All right. So 6 months classroom learning and then 2 months internship. But remember, it is not till the ending of your 6 months before you start applying to jobs. For instance, using this business analysis as an example, after 2 months, you are expected to start applying to data analytics roles. After 4 months, you are expected to start applying to this data analyst and project management. Then after 6 months, you are expected to now be able to apply to all the jobs that have been mentioned here. So after 2 months of you being in the program, you are expected to start applying to jobs instantly. All right, so the next one is Agile Project Management. So if you're looking for a tech career path where you are not going to do anything technical, all right, so we refer to it as the no code area in tech. If you're looking for a career path where you're not going to do anything technical, Agile Project Management should be for you. All right, there are simply people that come into the tech ecosystem to serve as leaders and coach and mentors within a project management team. The most important thing that you need to understand is understand how Agile methodology works. For instance, something like WhatsApp. A couple of months back, you can't add music to your WhatsApp status. But as of today, you can add music to your WhatsApp status, which means they're working using incremental, they're working using agile methodology. But if you know a platform like Naraland, the way I knew Naraland since 2006, that's how Naraland has been till this moment. So that's a project that was done using Waterfall. There's no increments. So for you to function in an agile environment, you need to understand agile methods. And what project managers are keen on is to teach you to make sure that everybody within the project team, they are all working using agile methodology. There is nothing technical. So if you've been in a sector where you didn't do anything mathematics, if you are running from math, if you are running from calculation, if you are running from technical things, agile project management should be for you. And if you are someone that you already have a lot of years of experience in different sector, agile project management can also be for you, because you are coming in to serve as leader. Once you understand those agile methods, you can easily be able to apply it in the tech ecosystem. So all these are your own key learning areas, and you are also going to be learning, most importantly, like I mentioned, I don't know the slide I was in, right? Okay, this should be the slide. Most importantly, you're going to be learning Confluence, Jira, and also Trello. So these are your own project collaboration tools that you are going to be learning, right? That you are going to be managing the team of people under you. The class time is the same thing for all our programs, just Saturdays. You can only be in one class, either the morning one or the evening one. And then the duration is also the same thing across all our program. And for business analysts and agile project management, if you are looking to also land remote jobs and visa sponsored jobs rather, you should be looking at UK visa jobs, CV library, and as well as bulletin. So these are platforms that allows you to apply to business analysis and also agile project management. Next one we have is data engineers. So one thing I've noticed in the industry is that when people like me that studied engineering wants to transition, we are always looking at data engineering. But does he have any collaboration between the normal engineering you did and the data engineering? So let me explain whom these guys are. So data engineers are heavy on coding. All right, so they are very heavy on coding. So if you are someone that wants to be back end, just be there doing your own thing, just munching your popcorn, sipping like Ada is sipping, and nobody's interfering with you, then you should be looking at data engineering. All right, but they are very, very heavy on coding. They serve as, the way we have plumbers in construction company that build pipelines that connect different water outlets, the shower, once you open it, water flows, the sink, everything water flows. That's how the data engineer builds pipeline that makes data to flow within the sector. Okay, so a clear example is, let's say this is Jumia platform. So this is Jumia platform. A data engineer will extract data from Jumia platform here and bring it to this IDE environment. It can be your Jupyter notebook or your Google Colab. And then after transforming it here, we'll now load it to a database. So they perform an activity which we call, they extract data from the sources, extraction, they transform it in the IDE, and then they load to the database. So a good example should be your banking app as well. Whether you perform an activity using mobile app or internet banking or USSD, your balance remains the same because someone has built the pipeline to make sure that at any point in time, whether you did it through this different source or this different source, it points down to the
It's the
database
same.
and it's collective. So that's data engineering fully for you, making sure that data flows from a particular source. Like I said, they are very, very heavy on coding. So if you're running from coding, you should run from this guy. But if you are okay with coding, you should run towards these particular guys. Okay? The things you are going to be learning is starting from introduction to data engineering, understanding data lifecycle management and data architecture, and then moving on to SQL, which is your structured query language, and of course, Python programming. Then you're going to be learning a different operating system called Linux. So, I mean, the normal one we know might be Windows operating system and Mac operating system, right? But you're also going to learn Linux operating system, how the environment works. Then how do you build this custom ETL pipeline? Extraction, transformation, and then loading. And how do you now automate the process that you don't have to perform all the same activities every single day? That's where Apache Spark and Apache Airflow come in. And if you're also looking to move to cloud engineering, then data engineering should be for you because you're going to learn how to use GCP, Azure, and also AWS. You learn version control with GitHub and also GitHub Copilot and ChatGPT. Like I said, the learning timeline is the same and the learning duration is also the same. Now, this is where most people are always waiting for data analysts. All right, who exactly is a data analyst? So data analysts are simply people that come into businesses to answer two basic questions. And those questions are descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics, which simply means what happened and why did it happen. Right? What happened and why did it happen? So let me give us an example as well. I love examples. Let's say that hypothetically, that 10 analytics we made $1 million last fiscal year. Hypothetically, before you guys think we have money. So we made $1 million, right? So this is what happened. All right. And let's say that we made 500,000 from the US market, 200,000 from UK market, 200,000 from Canadian market, and 100,000 from rest of the world. Now, the data analyst has been able to tell us what happened. This is what we made, right? But why is it so? Why are we making 500,000 in US and we're making just 100,000 in the rest of the world? So he or she might decide to look at maybe our marketing data, maybe our marketing maybe our ads data, and from there he noticed that our ads budget, we spent 50% of our ads budget in US alone. Okay, and then we spent 20% respectively in UK and Canada, and then we spent 10% in the rest of the world. So you can easily see a correlation now between our income, our revenue, and our marketing budget. So it simply means that if data analyst wants to give us recommendation, oh, you are trying to improve your income in United Kingdom, you should also look at improving your marketing budget in United Kingdom. So it's now coming with a correlative point of data. So these are things that data analysts are simply going to be doing, telling you what happened in your business and why it happened. So first thing that you're going to learn is to learn problem solving. Learn the different techniques that you can use to solve a problem in the business. And then you are now going to dive deep into Excel, SQL, Power BI, and Tableau. How do you utilize all these tools to be able to get insights from data? And also, how do you tell a story? So this is very, very important. How do you tell a story? So I always use myself as an example. If we jumped on this call and I started telling you, oh, for you to be a data analyst, you need to learn problem solving, Excel, SQL, you are totally going to lose it. But because of where we are coming from, I've been able to take you on a journey, which is data storytelling. You've seen how we started, how data analytics came up, and so many things, and you can easily relate to it. So that is why data storytelling is very, very important. Because as a data analyst, you are going to be speaking to stakeholders, and you should be able to get them glued to their screen and not want to run away. So you're going to be taught how to tell a story and also how to utilize ChatGPT for analytics and also Microsoft Fabrics. The learning timeline is also the same thing, and the duration is the same as well. So you are going to get this slide, but please make sure that you feel that you join that community that Ada has pinned for you to be able to have access to all these goodies that we're talking about. Okay, because there's no way we can reach
Besties,
out to
please
you.
join the community. I pinned
Right.
a link. Join the community, okay? It's also in the description box. After this live, I will also pin it in the comment section.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ada. So once you join it, you
You're
have access
welcome.
to recorded version of this discussion and also the slide that we're using for this discussion. We are going to send it to all those community so you can now relax and look at everything on your own. Because I'm really rushing to unbox everything in my head right now. So for data science, these guys will refer to them as sort of senior brothers to data analysts. Okay, but they are on their own career path differently. Okay, and what they are also meant to learn is descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, and then predictive analytics. Predictive analytics, which means they can tell you what happened, they can tell you why it happened,
Why it
and they
happened?
can tell you the future of what is also going to
Yeah.
happen. All right, so the difference lies in this predictive model that they bring in. So what this simply means is that a data scientist, because they can tell you what happened and why it happened, they can also work as data analysts. Remember, a data analyst answers these two questions, and a data scientist also answering it. So data scientists can work as a data analyst, but a data analyst cannot work as a
Cannot
data
work
scientist.
as a data
All
scientist.
right, they cannot. So the
Yeah.
things that you are going to be learning as a data scientist start from statistics. Now, when we say all this, don't get scared. It's not the usual university or high education learning statistics where you learn mean, median, mode, measure of central tendency. No fear, it's not like that. All right, they are all using the project-based aspect. You are now going to be working on a project to solve all those things that relate to mean, median, mode, and also your measures of central tendency. So once you learn statistics and understand forecasting and predictive analytics using Excel, and also you're going to be taught Tableau for data analytics as well as SQL. This is what prepares you to fully work as a data analyst. Then next, from this Python programming down, is now what prepares you to be able to build predictive models. So you're going to be learning how to utilize Python for you to build predictive models, how to analyze and explore high data analysis, and then how do you build machine learning algorithms. So that you've been hearing AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. is embedded inside data science. So if you want to learn how to also build machine learning algorithms, then you should be looking at data science as well as computer vision. So like I said, it is also for 8 months as well. You send Saturday classroom learning alone. So for data engineers, data scientists, data analysts, these are also places where you get to find your own remote jobs, your UK visa jobs, job rights, Workopolis, as well as Bullet In. These are places where you get your own remote jobs as well as your own visa sponsored jobs as well. Okay, so finally, we have your financial analyst. By the way it's mentioned, it simply means a data analyst that have specialized in financial data. All right, so first things that you are going to be learning is also how to be a data analyst. And then you now move towards accounting fundamentals, your understanding your three stages of financial accounting model, your income statements, your balance sheet, and your cash flow. All right, understanding those three stages of accounting model. Then you understand financial analysis, how to build your financial models, how to evaluate businesses, and also sensitivity and scenario analysis. If I increase my price, what happens to my capex? That's your what's it called? Capex and OPEX, that's operating expenses, right? And expenditure, right? When you increase price, what happens to revenue? When you reduce price, what happens to revenue? So that's where you understand how to play around sensitivity and scenario analysis. So a financial analyst can work as a data analyst as well because you are learning Excel, Power BI, SQL as well. And then you're not learning how do you apply it to the financial space. So if you've been in the financial sector, capital markets, banking sector, can also easily transition through this exact career path, financial analytics. Then also we have HR analysts. All right, they are simply people that data analysts that have specialized in people's data. Okay, they are data analysts that are specialized in people's data. So you can see they've also learned problem solving, Excel, Power BI, and SQL. And now they are learning HR analytics and performance evaluation. How do you evaluate your staff? How do you know when to perform stay interviews instead of performing exit interviews? All right. Maybe once someone clocks 30 or once someone gets married, they leave your organization. Do you have data to back all these things up to know how you can be able to curtail them? So HR analysts are simply people that have been in the human resource space, people have been in the people management space, and have now added data analytics to their own understanding to be able to leverage data to make better people decision. Okay, so a data analyst can also work as a HR analyst, as well as a HR analyst can also work as a data analyst as well. Then finally, we have your cybersecurity guys. I always leave these guys as the last people to talk about because these people they have a lot. All right. So when we talk about cybersecurity, there are different segments inside cybersecurity. We have the blue team, which is the defense-minded team, and we have the red team, which is attack-minded team. So the approach that we take to cybersecurity here is what we call the medical degree approach. So what do I mean by that? You know, for you to be a medical doctor today, you have to pass through general medicine and then you now specialize. Maybe you can now specialize to pediatrics or neurosurgeon, as the case may be. So that's the approach that we do here. First thing that we walk you through is understanding those different roles. And then you understand the risk management aspect and your ISP, information security principle. So cybersecurity is hinged on three basic principles. That's confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. We call it the CIA. Okay? And then you understand the risk management aspect. Then you now move to network security. How do you utilize Wireshark to run your network topology? How do you use Cisco Packet Tracer to simulate network connections? So that is where introduction to network security now comes in. So just take note of what I'm mentioning here. First is the risk aspect. Next is network engineer aspect. And then we move on to your SOC roles, that's Security Operations Center Officer. So how do you learn how to perform your log analysis, do your network traffic monitoring, and also analyze and respond to threats? That is where you learn how to utilize Splunk. Okay, so which means you can function as a SOC analyst here as well. Then move on to your threat intelligence officers, how to analyze threats. That's where threat intelligence officers come in, as well as penetration officers. This is where you now start learning how to perform attacks. So you are going to now be a pen tester. How do you perform pen testing? How do you analyze the different techniques for exploitation? And then lastly, it will now bring you to this side, which we call GRC, governance, risk, and compliance, which is the place that I fully play in. All right, where you learn how the different policies that can be able to enact ISO standards, NDPR, GDPR, your NIST, of course, and how to perform audits and also perform your security awareness training. So it simply means that when you are done with cybersecurity training here, can decide to be a risk officer, can decide to be a network engineer, can decide to be a SOC analyst, a threat intelligence officer, a pen tester, and also a GRC professional. Okay, so most people will always run towards this GRC because GRC is more of the theoretical aspect of cybersecurity. But what I always tell people is this: you can't really build governance and compliance around something that you do not understand. So that is why it's also important for you to go through these technical aspects for you to now become a GRC professional. So if you are a lawyer, lawyers have high affinity towards GRC. Okay, people that have technicalities also have high affinity towards cybersecurity. So if you are inquisitive about defense, about the people on hoodie, then you should also be looking towards cybersecurity. And like I've said before now, the learning timeline is the same thing. On Saturdays, we'll have classes alone, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., then evening class, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., and then it is for 8 months period where you learn in the classroom for 6 months, and then you have an internship experience for 2 months. Okay? And then when I mention this internship experience, it means that you are learning with Tenalytics, and you are interning with Amdari. So Amdari is a consulting firm that plays fully in the consulting aspect of things, right? So once you are done being trained here, you also move to Amdari to work on more projects for you to now have more experience. So by the time that you are done with passing through our program, can comfortably say, oh, while I was consulting with Analytics, I worked on this. Oh, while I was interning with Amdari, I worked on this. And these are the things that recruiters are looking out for.
Wants to
So you
see.
have that unique opportunity to have these two leading companies in your CV. You worked with Analytics and you also interned with Amdari. Okay, and it doesn't end there. I'm
And
already rounding up, okay? It doesn't end there. Now, everything I've been saying is around technical skills. But trust me, for you to land a job, you also need employability skills. All right. When I started building the tech ecosystem, right, I used to be very, very technical. But now that I'm a CEO, my technical skills is not really what is speaking for me anymore. It's more of now my soft skills, my employability skills, and those aspects of networking. Because I mean, I have people that can now use Excel, Power BI, SQL, and do all those things. Mine is now to run the business. And as a tech professional, you need to have those employability skills as well. So first thing we also walk you through is how do you actually build your CVs? All right, so it's part of the program that we are going to also put you through. So 2 months after you've joined the program, your CV is going to be worked on, and you're going to be given a CV that you're expected to now use to start applying to roles. Okay, and then you're also going to be put through how do you optimize your LinkedIn. Okay, because if we're trying to hire now, LinkedIn is the fastest, LinkedIn is the cheapest, LinkedIn is the easiest means to hire anybody. I think it was last in January, we are trying to hire a data analyst, a French speaking data analyst in Ivory Coast. We simply went to LinkedIn, searched, oh, data analyst in Ivory Coast, and they brought out the top data analyst there. And we simply headhunted and had an interview and chose our guy. So that's how recruiters also utilize LinkedIn to hire. So we'll walk you through how do you optimize your LinkedIn for you to be visible and for people to be able to see your profile and reach out to you. Then how to navigate the job market. Very, very crucial because this is a skill. So what we do is we bring in expert recruiters back to the classroom to put you through on the different job platforms that you can be able to use. As well as when you now land these job interviews, we prepare you for the interview itself. Okay, so I mentioned earlier about the STAR framework. How do you use STAR framework to answer interview questions? That's situation, task, action, and result. Situation is simply, oh, while I was consulting with analytics, I worked on this project. And then I talk about the task, talk about the action, and the result is that, oh, in the end, I was able to improve the turnover, which also improved the revenue of the business. So when you speak like this is what they want to get. Because trust me, no matter any capacity they are trying to employ you at, it boils down to revenue. All right, you are going to
Exactly.
impact the revenue one way or the other. So anything you are speaking about should have a tie to you also helping to improve the revenue of the previous places
Of
that
the
you've worked
organization.
at. Then job references and recommendation letter. This is very, very important. If you're in UK, US, or Canada, we are also available to provide you all these references. Someone needs to validate, oh, you actually worked with 10 Analytics. So I always tell people, don't ever mention you are training with 10 Analytics because in actual sense, you are consulting with us. Right. So always mention, oh, I worked with 10 Analytics or I consulted with 10 Analytics so that they can always be able to reach out to us and say, oh, Ada said that she consulted with you guys. Is it true? And we are there to validate if it's true or not true. And then when you land a job, we can also provide you on the job support. But most of our students do not come for these things because there's no how you spend 6 months with us and you are not fully prepared for the job. It's practically impossible. It's practically impossible. All right. And then we also provide you with weekly mentorship sessions and Upwork optimization session where you now learn how do you utilize Upwork to make $50 here, $100 here, $200 here until the full job comes. So how do you learn how to freelance? Okay. And so all these things are what we do to help you get into the tech space. And like I've said also, we scrape the job board. So this is an example of the job website that we scrape. So quickly, just for a want of time, let me just quickly go to the UK visa jobs. So for instance, this is UK visa jobs. So what we do every week is we come here and we scrape the jobs that are available here. And mind you, this is a paid platform. Okay, so when we scrape it, we provide all those jobs to our students. So no matter the program that you are in, there's a job that is visa sponsored your way. But remember, it is now your responsibility to apply to those jobs. Okay, we on our platform, once you join, you're going to have access to this is our learning management system where you are going to be onboarded. And once you've onboarded here, you have access to everything here. This is where you can schedule for interview preparation. This is where you can request for reference letters. This is where you can request for reference details. And this is where your class programs are also uploaded. This is where you also have your watch me do it videos. All right. And we also have our own in-house built AI. We call it Oluko. Oluko means trainer in Yoruba language. All right. So you can also utilize our own AI trainer for you to run away from all those AI detection models. Simply put, for instance, let me show a demo. Once you join and you have a situation that is relating around career-related question, course content explanation, interview preparation, code-based issue, can always utilize it. So let me say for interview prep right now, I've clicked interview prep and it's asking me to copy and paste everything about the job in the chat. So I've gone to that place, I've the initial job that I saw here, I've clicked on it. So what I simply have to do now is let me simply copy everything that they have for this role. So I'll copy everything that they have for this role, what they are looking for as well, and then paste it in the AI column here. So once I paste it here, it's going to also give me details on how I can prepare for this interview. So even if it's short notice, can always be able to give you all these things. For instance, you can see what it's telling you. First is you need to understand the role. Familiarize yourself with responsibilities on the platform, blah, 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 and brush up on your SQL, your Python, your Tab and your Power BI. So clearly put, once you have this skill, you can easily be able to apply to this role. And so many other things that is telling you your business acumen. So when you prepare for this, using this interview preparatory AI, it also gives you an edge over the other people coming for those interviews. But remember, we have live interview preparatory class where someone like myself will be there to prepare. Your facilitators will be there to also prepare you for all these things. So we're going to give you technical skills. We're going to give you employability skills. We're going to scrape the job boards and provide you with available jobs. But the responsibility of applying to job rests on you solely. All right. So all these things on my slide now, they are now success stories of people that have been able to make this journey before you. We have Lois. She used to be an accountant. She took the business analysis program, and currently she's a project manager with in United Kingdom rather. Same thing with Ngozi. Ngozi used to be a customer service and HR. She did business analysis and she transitioned as a business analyst, and she's working from other field as well. We have Oluwadamilare and so many other people that have gone through this program. Right. So make sure you join the community that are that, pinned in the description of this discussion, so they can have access to this slide, and also this recorded version of our discussion. You have people like Abdurrashid. Abdurrashid presently is still residing in Nigeria, but he's working for Child 420 in United States. Right. So all these things are possible for you, but then it starts with you deciding to take and learn the skill. All right. Last year we got into the Our Better Capitalizer program with one aim: how do we improve on our offerings and help more people to break into the tech ecosystem? Right. And we are also fully accredited by the American Council of Training and Development, which means after your training, you're also going to be getting a certificate to validate the knowledge that you already have. Okay, so you're getting a certificate no matter the program that you have passed through. So, what are the next steps that you can take? Next steps for you is simple. Our next cohort is starting May 10th. So, every first Saturday of the month, we start a new cohort. But the next one is starting on the May 10th. And like I said earlier, we have an amazing discounted offer for everyone in Ada Kings community. So all our program goes for $900, but currently it is discounted for 20% off for people that have joined this. Now, to be honest with you, this 20% is already fully taken because it's just for 20 people in each of the programs. But we have to open up spots to talk to people in Ada's community. So what it simply means is that instead of paying $900, you get to pay $750, and it is not entirely at once. You can pay 150, 150, 150 for a space of 5 months. All right, for a space of 5 months. So all you have to do is when you get the slide, simply click on the link that I've also embedded in this platform also. So once you click on it, it's going to bring you to our enrollment center, and all you have to do is now scroll down and look for the program that you want to go for. Right? If you're trying to go for, let's say, data analytics, simply click to register for data analytics, and it's going to bring you to the page where you can now decide how you want to structure your own payment. So if you want to pay one off, decide that you want to pay one off. If you want to pay in 2 installments, you can decide you want to pay in 2 installments. So how you want to structure it, you can now decide here. So you can see one-time payment, 2 monthly payment, 3, 4, and 5. You can decide how you want to do it. All right. But there is a catch here also. If you make one-off payments, you also get extra discount. Okay, which means you are also getting a 50% discounted as well. If you pay in 2 monthly installments, you get another 50% discounted. But from 3 months down, you now pay the 750, which is already existing 20% discount that we have for you. And you agree with me, this is simply because of the principles of NPV. That's net present value of money. $700 in my pocket today is different from $700 paid over a period of 5 months. So that's also the principle that we are trying to apply to incentivize people that decide to make payments one-off. So just to also explain, if you are in UK, once you click on the link, you are going to see the payments in pounds. All right, so the site is geotagged that no matter where you are joining from, it gives you the currency of your local region. All right, so let me change to UK so I can also explain from you pounds aspects. So if you're in UK, it means that the full payment is £575. But if you want to now pay instrumentally for 5 months, they are paying £123 per month for a period of 5 months. Right. So all you have to now do is just click on it, the one that works for you, and click on secure your seat. Okay. But remember, I said this is just for the first 20 people in this community. Right. Before we even started, 4 seats were already taken, which means right now there are just 16 seats available. All right. So I always advise people to try and secure their seats as fast as possible, because once the seats are fully taken, the price reverts back to the full amount, which is $900. So once you selected your own option, click on secure your seats. It's going to show you, oh, today you are paying £123. May 20th, you're going to pay £123. June 20th, 123. July 20th, as well as the last one, which is August 20th. Once you click on proceed, all you have to now do is to put your name, email address, and phone number, and simply pay for the product. Okay, and once you've paid for the product, you are going to be redirected to a site where you can now decide and fill in your details and also choose the particular course that you are going for. Now, if you are confused about the exact program to go for, when you've secured your spot, select that you want to speak with an expert. All right, we are going to bring you to a one-on-one where we are going to now have a discussion with you to help you select a career path that suits your life goals and where you've been before now. So I hope you followed me to this very moment. All right, I hope you followed me to this very moment, because I've said everything that I have to say. The ball is now in your court. When I transitioned as at 2017-18, I transitioned with something as little as £35. All right, but you agree with me that delay, what happened as at close to 10 years ago and right now is not the same thing. Last year, our program was going around $600 also, and this year now is around 750. So continuously, economy is changing, and it's also back. So I always advise people that the best time to get into this industry is yesterday. Next best time is today. I don't know if at this moment there are any questions that I need to take at that, because I've actually
Yeah,
exhausted
let
this.
me ask them. Yeah. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. It was very, very, clear. What an amazing session. Thank you so much, Mr. Chukwuemeka. Guys, I just pinned a link now in the comment section. You want to pay straight up, please click on that link. It said join the next cohort with a 20% scholarship, guys, which is amazing. Thank you, Ten Analytics, for doing this for my besties, right? Because
All right.
me,
Thank
I
you, Ada.
love discounts. Discounts. So, guys,
Thank you so
all
much.
these links too. If you have your question, please drop it for us in the comment section. If you have any question you want to ask it, please, we're expecting some questions so he can answer you now that he's here live and direct with us. So, guys, after the live too, these links are also in the description box. So if you are joining us after this live section, the links will be in the description box. The links will also be pinned in the comment section. Please jump into the community, all right, so that you'll be up to date. Join this opportunity, guys. Please. I don't know what to say, but what, like he said, the best time to go into the tech ecosystem is now. Do not procrastinate, right? Do not procrastinate. Join immediately. All right, join immediately. Yeah, that's all I will say, guys. Do you have any questions for Mr. Chukwuemeka? Do you have any questions? Today is Easter, Chukwuemeka. Today is Easter, so
Yeah. Yeah. I
many
understand.
are off to do Easter celebration. Yes,
Yeah. I
but
understand,
then they
Ada.
will still watch it later on. Guys, do
Yeah.
you have
Clearly.
any questions? Ask your the slides were well explanatory. You get it was so straight to the point, and we have got to understand different programs, what is entails. You get at least by now, and after watching this, someone that does not like coding, we know that data science is not for him or her, if that makes
Exactly.
sense. Something
Exactly.
like that. It has been able to at least those people that are very running away from anything code, we know that the Scrum Master program is their sure bet, right? So at the end of
Exactly.
the day, it was very clear. It was very clear. People were able to understand what is obtainable for each program, and also based on their background, what will work best for them as well, what they can transition into. So, besties, do we have any questions?
Okay.
I
And
think
also,
they understood it because no questions is forthcoming.
all right,
I
that
think
that's
it was
that's fine. And also, when they join the community, there will be a link in the community for you to book a one-on-one clarity call with us. It's entirely free for us to also look at your background and be able to know the career path that will suit you the best. Okay, so it's also in the community. Make sure that you join the community to have access to all these benefits that we are turning out to people. But what, like I said earlier, it's also important for you to secure your spots so that by the time you're done with the clarity call, the slot is not going to be fully taken out. So you can always be
Yeah,
able to gain the discounts that we currently have right now.
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much,
Beatrice is
Ada.
asking how much. Beatrice is on the screen. Beatrice one for the price is on the screen, $750.
Yes,
And you can pay in five
yes,
installments. It's supposed to be 900, but there's a 20% off. So it's 750 and you can pay in 5 installments. So you can as well pay small and upskill yourself, get this experience, hit the job market and get where you want to be.
exactly.
Trust me, if I too can key into tech, anybody can, right? Because I do tell you people, nothing stays forever. You can wake up any day and your job is shaking. But when you know that something else is there waiting for you, have got other skills, you have got other experiences, you won't bother, right? You just know that, yeah, it's time to move on to the next level because something is there. No knowledge is a waste. There is nothing you get to them that is a waste. If you don't use it at the moment, you can use it at any point in your life. And trust me, tech is not something you even want to, snooze on, right? Because the jobs are there, the opportunities are there, and you want to also climb the ladder, if that makes sense. So, guys, please, I'm
Exactly.
encouraging you guys, jump on this. I know today is Easter Sunday. Many of you are not here, but the live section will always be here for you to watch it later. All right.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Ada. Thank you so much for having me today and for speaking,
You're
allowing
welcome.
me to speak to your community. It's a high privilege to be here. And thank you to everyone that joined us and listened to us for roughly 1 hour, 32 minutes. I really, really
Yeah.
appreciate you listening to what you had to say as well. Okay, Ada, over to you.
All right, besties. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for listening to this moment. You are the real MVP. Yes, you are the real MVP. I'm also rooting for you. We are in this together. I'm also in the community. Join the community. You will not regret doing so, right? Get the skills and trust me, it is something you will look at back years later and smile you did. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chukwuemeka. Thank you to the entire 10 analytics team. I mean,
Yeah,
the bosses
yeah,
who are doing a great job. It's one thing to find an opportunity, it's one thing to really share it, give out the information, let people know this is where it is happening, right? Some people will get these things and they will get tip, right? Yeah, but sharing it and encouraging people out there that this is the future, this is what will give you that job security and all that, is something to be commendable. And I commend you guys that you are doing a great job and thank you so much. We appreciate.
all right. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, sir.
Ada, and have a wonderful.
All right, besties. Yeah, we'll call it a night. Have a good Easter celebration. Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you in our next one.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.